$4.39.
That is a very specific number. Is that what's left in your bank account or something?
No, thankfully not. It feels like it sometimes, though.
Yeah.
No, that is the price of coconut water.
Ah.
Specifically, the coconut water from the very first line of the source material we are looking at today. I mean, it's so mundane, right? It's just a receipt, a breakfast purchase.
It's grounding. It puts you right there with him, in that morning routine.
Exactly. But here's the thing that just threw me. In, like, the blink of an eye, we go from buying expensive water to getting kicked in the dirt and spat on.
Right.
We go from a corner store run to this full-blown crisis about the music industry and self-worth.
It's pretty jarring, isn't it? You think you're getting this casual story about a guy's morning, and bam, you're suddenly in the middle of this dense, lyrical deep dive on personal autonomy.
And that is what we are unpacking today. We are doing a deep dive into the track King of My Castle by the artist Jzac. And I'll be honest, the first time I heard it, I just thought, okay, nice flow, catchy beat. I was just kind of nodding my head. But then I read the transcript you sent over, and I was like, wow, I missed about 90% of what he was actually saying.
That happens so often with this kind of dense lyricism. I mean, the flow is so smooth it almost disguises how many ideas are packed in there.
So our mission here, because this isn't a music review show. We're not here to, rate the beat out of 10.
No. We are here to analyze the philosophy that Jzac is laying out. If you really look at the text, it reads like a manifesto.
The manifesto.
Yeah. He's defining success, but he's doing it completely on his own terms. And those terms are pretty radical compared to what you usually hear in pop culture.
Radical in what way?
Radical in the sense that he's rejecting the entire game. He's not trying to win the rat race. He's trying to build a completely separate castle.
Okay, I like that. Let's jump right back to that opening then. After the coconut water, Jzac drops this line that it really caught my attention. He says, quote, got 100 gigs of music that I sat on.
That is a massive statement.
A lot of hard drive space, for sure. But, I mean, why is that a flex?
Well, think about the modern creator economy, whether you're a musician, a YouTuber, whatever.
Yeah.
What's the one rule everyone hammers into you?
Post every day, feed the beast, stay relevant.
Exactly. It's the content treadmill. You stop for a week, and the algorithm just forgets you exist. So by saying he has 100 gigs that he just sat on, he's telling you, I am not desperate. He's rejecting that scarcity mindset that drives almost every creator.
So it's a leverage play.
It's the ultimate leverage. It's the option of silence. If you have this vault of work just ready to go, you don't have to scramble. You don't put out mediocre stuff to meet a deadline. It means he's operating on his timeline, not the industry's.
Which connects directly to the very next part. And I have to say, this is just technically brilliant. We have to talk about the Santa analogy.
Yes, the rhyme scheme there is just fascinating.
So he says, me dropping, that's like Santa put the hat on. And then, okay, I can't do it justice. He speeds it up to this insane double-time flow, but he just rattles off. Dasher Dance or Prance or VixCom CID Day or Blitzing Christmas Gifts.
He's weaving the names of all the reindeer, Dasher, Dancer, Prancer, Vixen, Comet, Cupid, Donner, blitzing into the flow.
It's like a magic trick. You almost miss it. It goes by so fast. But what's the point? Beyond just showing off that he can rap incredibly fast, why Santa? Is he just saying, I have gifts?
That's the surface level, yeah. Christmas gifts, I share these writtens. He sees his music as a gift. But if we link it back to the 100 gigs line, just think about Santa's schedule.
He works one night a year.
Exactly. Santa does not show up in July because people are bored and want presents. He has a specific time, a specific method, and he sticks to it.
So Jzac is saying, I drop music when I'm ready, and when I do, it's an event.
It just reinforces that theme of autonomy. He controls the supply. And honestly, having that kind of confidence to just sit on work until the moment is perfect, that takes a lot of internal security. Especially when, as he says later, the industry itself is feeding people poison.
Yeah, he really doesn't pull any punches when he talks about his peers. He creates this really sharp divide. On one side, you have fiction, and on his side, you have nonfiction.
He says, it's nonfiction when I get in the booth.
Which implies everyone else is just writing fantasy novels.
We're just lying. And then he uses this metaphor that, I'll be honest, it made me physically wince. He says, to these rappers, it's like pulling a tooth to tell the truth.
Ugh. I hate the
It's
dentist.
such a visceral image, isn't it?
Yeah.
But think about what that implies. It's not just that they don't tell the truth, it's that telling the truth is this agonizing, painful process of extraction for them.
So the natural state of the industry is deception.
That's what he's saying. To get to the truth, you have to literally yank it out with pliers. It's pretty bleak.
It is.
And he doubles down. He says, that's the message that they're telling the youth. It's like they feeding us some poisonous fruit.
Poisonous fruit. That's a heavy accusation. He's not just saying their music is bad, he's saying it's actively harmful.
Right. If you think about content as a diet for your mind, Jzac is basically arguing that the standard industry diet is toxic. It's junk food. It makes you sick. And he feels a responsibility there. He specifically calls out the youth.
So he's positioning himself as the guy serving the organic, the organic coconut water to bring it full circle.
The Whole Foods option, exactly.
But here's the thing. If you go around telling everyone their food is poison, you're going to get some hate comments. You're going to make enemies.
And this is where we see his strategy for that. He says, I ain't worried about your little comment section.
I love that he calls it little.
It's so dismissive, isn't it?
It just shrinks the whole thing down instantly. Because for a creator, I mean, the comment section can feel enormous, like the whole world was just screaming at you.
Of course, it's so easy to get trapped in that echo chamber of negativity. But by calling it little, and then immediately saying, the world got of your big old fish to fry, he's performing this, like, radical perspective shift.
He's saying, I have bigger problems to worry about.
And then he says, it doesn't cut my wings if you wish to fly.
Oh, that line stuck with me. It doesn't cut my wings. It's like he's saying, your opinion might be gravity, but I've got my own lift.
That is a beautiful way to put it. He's completely detaching his self-worth from how the work is received. And you have to do that if you want to claim the title of the song. You can't be the king of your castle if you're obsessing over what the peasants outside the walls are whispering.
Which brings us right to the chorus, the core of the song, the hook. I'm the king of my castle, done spending time doing shit I don't have to.
I think we need to just stop on that line for a second. Done spending time doing shit I don't have to.
It sounds so simple, but is it realistic? I mean, I have to pay taxes. I have to go to the DMV. There's a lot of shit I don't want to do that I kind of have to do.
Well, sure, there are legal obligations. I don't think he's talking about tax evasion here. He's talking about the social and the emotional obligations we put on ourselves. How much time do we spend trying to impress people we don't even like? How much time scrolling through feeds that just make us feel miserable?
Or arguing with strangers online.
That's a huge one. So it's an audit.
Yeah.
He's auditing his life for all the have-tos that are actually just choose-tos.
That's it. It's about setting boundaries.
Yeah.
Being the king of your castle isn't about sitting on a throne. It's about autonomy over your time and your attention.
And if you're doing things you don't have to do out of guilt or FOMO or social pressure,